Namaste and welcome to a class and hope you're well. Namaste and welcome to the Sunday evening flow class. It's going to be a very grounded, about 30-40 minutes class. We're mainly going to be seated using straps, blocks, and just a breath awareness. Come to a comfortable seated upright position. Close your eyes if you can, or of course, soften your gaze. Take a few moments to connect to the self and rest. Rest in this awareness of this breath. Allow the jaw muscles to soften, everything to relax. After a busy week, perhaps it's really good to come on a Sunday, ready for your actually beginning of the week for Monday, and kind of like to ease off into restorative in a chilled class as well. A lot of times, of course, we spend doing so much in our days, our week, so kind of like ready to get to sleep, a good night sleep. And to help you as well ease off into it, I have a small diffuser in the room, and I put something called lavender, everybody knows, and something called the Breathe from the doTERRA oil collection. The great combination, the two, the Breathe is help us to, of course, air, the Breathe, and lavender is soothing, that help us to really get into this calm, the senses where we're ready to have a good night's sleep, ready for the week. So take a breath in, take a breath out through the nose. And slowly and gently to the intentions, your intentions. My intentions for you, of course, to give you this calmness, this space, and to be ready for a good night sleep. Slowly, when you're ready to open your eyes, and we're going to come to all four tabletop. When you're on all four, there's always, of course, a choice to tops of your feet or toes go. Whichever you feel, I normally alternate. Spread the fingers. The cat-cow, on the exhale, you round your back. On the inhale, you lift through the heart center. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, lift through the heart center. Do 6 more times. Exhale, round it, trying to keep the arms straight. The hips always level or in line with your thigh and your knee. Keep going. Exhale, round it. Inhale, lift up. So 4 more. Exhale, round into the back. Inhale, lift and open. 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Last one. Exhale and inhale. For me, we're going to go into gate pose. We're going to turn towards the front camera. Keep your knees, of course, on the mat. Step your right foot out. Toes facing the same direction as you are. Tops of the left foot on the mat. Hinge back, engage your thigh, your quads, and lightly come onto your forearm. If you can, get into the forearm, get into the blocks, press into the palms, stack shoulders, elbows, press the forearm, push on your right foot to draw the hips back, but don't sit all the way onto your heel. Keep that engaged, breath in and breath out. Draw the thigh muscle in towards the center, so that's what we call internal rotation, and push your hips at the same time back. From here, I'm going to take the arms wide. Come on the fingertip or the palms. Take your arms as wide as you can. Light bend the elbows. Draw the chest more down with the elbow bend and push the hips back. Inhale. Exhale again. So now we're going to take the left hand, reach towards the foot. Doesn't matter if you reach or not. Push the left forearm and make sure your shoulder is grounded. And then take the right arm up. Turn your palms to wrap behind your back into the opposite thigh. It's a little bit of half bind. Left shoulder is on the ground. Pull the right shoulder, turn the navel. Then breathing in. I'm using the little finger on my left hand to push against the earth. So keep my shoulders rotated. Keep the quads engaged. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release the right hand down and the left hand down. And when lightly kind of counter reach the other direction, come again, stay on the fingertip, draw the right ribs slightly back and down, and then sink towards your left thigh. Keep engaged your quads on your right leg before we move the second side. Beautifully, slowly come back to the center. Right knee on the mat, left foot out, move slightly out. Again, toes facing the same direction. Inner thigh draw in, and slowly come back. A little bit, push your hips, forearm on the mat, or even palms. Keep the four corners of your left foot on the ground, close so you can become bigger arches. Like I say, always about internal rotation your thigh, push your hip back, breathing in, breathing out. Let's take another 5 breaths before we take the arms wide. Just only every now and then I check in if the recording is still on. So many times I start a class and somehow lose that recording. Hands wide, fingertip or palms, elbows bend, draw the chest down and push the hip back. Like I said, sometimes you can have your hands fully grounded. I'd like to be on the fingertip lightly, just to engage through the shoulders. So you feel the lengthen in your back body. Another inhale. Okay, when it comes to the thread the needle style, your right hand reach towards the foot, little toe on the mat, shoulders on the mat, left arm straight up, turn your palms away, wrap it into half bind, pull the left shoulders, breathing in, right forearm on the mat, arms, and maybe the headrest or a blanket, whatever, it's okay for you. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release your hand all the way down, press into the palms, take your left knee on the mat for a child pose. You can have your knee together, sit all the way, wrap your arms around, head towards your knee, push into the heel, and breathe in here. Good, slowly come up of the child pose. I'm going to use the blocks for this one. I'm going to go into a low lunge with my knee on the mat. Take the 2 blocks on the left side of your mat. Step your right foot in front of by the blocks. Tuck your toe on your left foot. And then gently allow your hips to sink down towards the bricks. Inhale and exhale. With your toe curl under and lightly push your heel, just to engage those hips. Remember, it's quite a gentle practice. It's a yin practice, it's a Soma practice, you can call it. Slowly, I'm going to walk the right foot towards the outer edge of your mat. You can turn your right toe out. I'm going to come onto the forearm. I'm going to use the blocks to come on the forearm. Yes, and I'm going to get my back to drop a little bit, or my hips to drop, my back to round. Keep your toe curled for a moment and just see how you feel with curling toes. Then on the last part, I'm going to uncurl the toes on the tops of your left foot. So you round your back a little bit more to really sink your hips and lightly tilt. That's absolutely okay. Like I say, I want you to relax. I want you to just let go fully. Good breath in. And on the breath out, very, very slowly. Come back up onto your palms, push backward, bring the right foot on the ground, right knee on the ground, and take the blocks over to the left side, to the right side, sorry, to step your left foot. Tuck the toe on your right foot, right knee on the mat, allow the hips to come in. That was the blocks. Keep your shoulders back for now, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, another breath in. Then on the next one, I'm going to move my left foot over to the left, turn your left toe, bring the blocks maybe a little bit wider, then rest your forearm on the blocks, round your back, drop your hips, toes still on the curl on the floor for now. Light push your heel, lightly. So feel the open in your left hip as well, of course, as the right hip. Release attention to the jaw muscle because that's really gonna hurt through the neck area. Another breath in. Then the remainder of the time, uncurl the right toe, the tops of the right foot. Allow yourself to sink in. Inhale. At this time, there's no resistance on your quads on your side. You're just sinking into the earth. Breathe out, breathe in. On the next exhale, when I come back up, very gently press into palms, push back, slide your left knee on the floor. Now, big toe touching knees apart. I'm going to use my hand on the blocks, curl the fingertip this way, head down, and lengthen through the spine. So I'm pushing my hips back or sit bone towards the heel. Equally, I'm holding the bricks to extend through the armpit, the shoulders. Good, inhale. Next hand, very slowly, come back up. Press your hand on the floor. And we're gonna come to seated. And we're gonna start with a wide-legged seat. Get the blocks and a strap. The strap, when we come to open the side body, the blocks, we're gonna take them in front of us. I'm gonna use the two break the same, this way or that way, or even that way, depends on your back. Now with this one, your knee lightly bent, draw the other thigh inward, gently come onto the break, and just fold maybe half your normal way. You know, when we go, and often I ask you to really push your heel, push your toes up to the sky and, activate those. Yes, I want to keep them a little bit softer here. And then you allow the upper body just to relax down. And if it's really start to pain into your neck, and you feel the head not comfortable, I'm taking the blocks, then under my forehead and resting my head there. This is still okay to do, of course. There's no tension on the neck. And you start to feel the opening through the groin without the resistance. Yeah, we really and truly want to let go. Soft inhale, soft exhale. Allow yourself to melt fully. Keeping the breath always, always rhythmic. We get another 10 breaths from here. Okay, softly, if you have the blocks, lift your head and gently push against the blocks and softly come back to the center. Turn towards the right leg, lengthen, breathe, exhale, fold. gently over. You can take the toe break either side of your right leg. They will be slightly higher than the knee if you put them this way, and you just drop. Or sometimes you can build them on top of the knee, the same, to rest the head lightly. Just careful with this one. The left side of your body wants to turn up. So this is a twist to turn towards the right leg. So we're not fully surrendering. We're still activating your left leg. You're still pushing on your ribs, slightly on your right side of your ribs to pull back and to fold in. Remember, you don't have to catch your foot. You stay a little bit here, breathing in. Just the left hip is grounded as we turn to the right. Soft breathing, and always soft breathing, in and out through the nose. Let's take another 3 breaths in here. Okay, this is where we're going to start to use the strap. If you have the strap handy, grab the strap and wrap it around your right foot. Now, the blocks on the side of the leg, bring your right elbow inside that, or that blocks. Hold the strap with your right hand, turn towards the straight leg, sweep the left arm up and over, and either tap your shoulders, or as you lean over to the right side, I'm holding the strap to pull the shoulders back. And breathe into that side. So you allow the lengthen, then folding. So there's an extension and opening. Breathe. And I'm using that strap. There's no resistance between the two. All I'm just pushing the left elbow, the shoulders, open the shoulders. However, you can tap your opposite, shoulders behind your head. Keeping the left hip grounded. Breathe into the intercostal of your left side of your body. Again, do a nice breath in and out. Good. Let's take another 5 breaths here. This is the tendency to drop down. Keep pushing back and keep turning. Either gaze towards your left foot or down to the right elbow. On the exhale, release your left hand, place it on the mat, let go of the belt, turn the right hand down to the floor and very lightly come back up. Turn over to the left leg. I'm taking the strap, put it on the side. And then as you turn towards the right leg, engage, turn, breathe, fold. Again, one side is different, treated, separately, treated differently, and then treated with this kind of like beginner's mind coming to it. Even knowing that I'm going to stretch my right side, I'm going to pull on my left side, I'm really observing what's my body, what's the behavior of my body right now. How does it feel after a week? How does it feel as I step into the mat? I'm allowing my body to move in the rhythm of the breath. So there's always continuously way of working with that breath to get you deeper and deeper and deeper. Inhale and exhale. Remember the right thigh, draw in, push the hip, lengthen, and turn to fold in. Okay, now the strap coming onto your left leg. The belt on the inside. Left hand inside the strap. I'm taking the shoulders back, my palms facing upward, forearm. Turn lightly towards the right leg. Sweep the left arm over. That could be tap shoulder, or I'm leaning slightly more, but I'm pulling the belt. So I don't want to really just reach. First, I'm using the belt to help me turn the torso. Then I find my way to go towards the earth. Breathing in, so important to honor our bodies when it comes to change of weather, change of season, change of day and night. Practice, if we only practice fire, and what's happened? We burn ourselves. If we practice Soma, we come to complacement. We become like the same. So there's always variation of the practice is so important. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Release the hand down. Release the belt. Very slowly come back up. We come to the back one more time to the front. That was the center. But this time I'm just going to take the arms slightly forward. The same apply if you want to use the blocks. Keep your knee lightly bent and notice how it feels. And I want you to slowly move left and right, right and left. Then come to stillness. Shoulders rounded lightly. Back is lightly rounded. Knee are lightly bent. Slowly come back up to the center. Sit up nice and tall. Keep the blocks slightly on the side. And the strap on the side. And gently lift your knee. Place your feet on the ground. Give them a gentle hug. Nice breathing in and out. Okay, show my leg. Yeah, so you can see my leg when I move my back. Okay, so the right leg straight, the left foot slightly out. And I gently allow the knee gently to come down, and I'm going to fold over the right leg. Just gently folding. So really allow the hips open carefully and slowly. Okay, right hand on the floor, left hand on the foot. Pick up the foot and then let's cross over with your knee bent. Nice and gently. Your left hand on the little toe side, cross, cross, and place it right on top into the kind of pigeon style pose. Lengthen, breathe, fold in. And as you fold in, you can use a block under just to support it. Or of course a towel, if you don't have a block. Okay, so we'll use the strap. After I let go, my leg only supported, the strap is on the right foot, and I'm gonna fold lightly. I'm gonna keep pushing, or allow that knee to drop, because what happened, hopefully we reach, this is gonna pull back. So I'll allow that left knee to drop lightly on the blocks. And I'm pulling the belt very lightly as well with my both hands. Just slightly drop towards that left foot. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, slowly come back up. The same what we did when we have wide legged. The strap, I'm going to use the loop on my foot, the right hand onto the belt. The toe is lightly hooked on the elbow from the outside, so your toe is coming on the grease of your elbow. The left hand onto your knee, gently turn towards your knee. Inhale, and then as I pull the strap, I'm taking the right side of my body down to the thigh and then open lightly over to the left. And if that release, but don't let the foot to stick on. That's the most important. So I want the foot to stay as is for. This is really going to help us to go into pigeon pose at some point. And we're going to turn to pigeon soon. Open up and breathing in, breathing out. So all I'm doing, lifting from this part and sinking to this part. Good, breathe. You see how the blocks get a little bit lower here. and my thigh pushing at the knee. So I don't want to have any knee injury. Come back very slowly, let go of the strap, pick up the foot, give a little bit cradle, and slowly step it all the way forward. You bring the right toe out, allow it to drop down, just roll on the little toe side, fold over your left leg, again nice and slowly. Soft breathing in, always soft breathing out. Good. Left hand by your side, right hand onto your foot, cross and back. A few more times. So really engaging through your outer hip. Now cross on the top. Make sure that foot okay. Take, if you need, something under your right thigh just to support it. Sit up nice and tall. And as you fold, nice and gently first. So I'm using the right elbow to push into the knee, to push into the blocks. But softly, I'm allowing it to happen. I don't want it to push in a way that's resisting me back. I just want it to really sink in. First, I find the weight in here, then that drop, then I can go deeper. Soft inhale and soft exhale. Good. And then gently, remember the strap with the foot. So have a strap on the left foot, left hand inside, toe lightly hook, turn towards the right, pull in, toe on the ribs, soften them, push against the thigh. Maybe you need to release the block under your right thigh. Open up, breathing in. And to help my right hip, I usually my hand. This is a little bit tighter for me. So what I do is just push in and turn and open. Neck hurts, always look down. Good, just for a few more breaths in here. Excellent. Slowly release. Come back to the center, let go of the belt, and place your foot on the ground, then straighten it. Now, when we come to Pigeon Pose, ideally, if you have a blanket, if you haven't got a blanket, you can use the blocks like I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go this way, so you can see my right side. So I'm going to take the right foot, the shin bone, parallel to the front. My left leg go back, come back to this little lunge what we did earlier. I'm going to take the blocks lightly under my right thigh. The foot still parallel, doesn't matter. And walk the left foot back out. Start with your toe on the mat. Then my forearm on the mat. Breathing in, the forearm on the mat, shoulders are stacked with your elbows. Then release the tops of your left foot, little toe engage, and allow the sit bone to drop onto the blocks. Just breathing in, breathing out. So I'm going to be here for about a minute. The last pose we did when we crossed the leg, this is really important. It helps you a lot. Now, if it's too much on the knee, go on your back. You can do the pigeon on your back, absolutely okay. Halfway down. Allow the sit bone to really push in that, whether blocks, whether you have a blanket, trying to keep the front shin bone. Often the heel want to go towards your left quads and thigh. Just maintain that foot, parallel. Often I hold the foot with my hand and right elbow on the mat. Often I obviously engage a little toe and to get me deeper into this pigeon. Good, take another breath in here. Just start to come out soon. Push your palms against the earth and gently lift up. Lightly take the blocks or the blanket, sit onto your right side, pick up the left foot and place it right on top. Gently Shavasana, same form as the right leg. And the left knee bend, fold over your left knee. Take a breath in and breath out. Good, come back up. So in between, I'm going to take you to a double pigeon. I know it's going to be a little bit tough on the double pigeon. So the left heel sits right on top of the right knee. And I don't know what you can see in the camera. The left knee is so high. I'm going to turn towards you. I'm going to do the same kind of like leg. Please don't change it because I won't be mirroring you this one. So if I turn in your direction, so this is my right foot still has a pigeon, hasn't moved. The left foot has a double pigeon pose, Agni Stambhasana. But then, because there's so much space between my left knee and my right heel, I've taken a block, not on the knee, on the thigh. And I'm allowed to apply gentle pressure, like we did earlier, when you have the strap, when you have trying to reach forward and so on. Exactly the same in the double pigeon. So the most important is the pose. How does it feel for us? Then we start to sink into that pose. At some point, after a little time, that hip open up and that knee drop to the heel. You see already, I put a block, I can't get the block, it's already open up. Take your time. If you need to have the blocks, please keep the blocks. If you can't, the only thing, don't sickle the foot. You know what I mean by this? The foot gonna sink. Look, my knee is go beyond the heel. So ideally with Agni Stambhasana, left heel, right knee, left knee, right heel. So this is what is a lock fire pose. It's a fiery pose, yes, but then when we go into Soma practice with it, we really allow ourselves to sink in. And see, already I have about 3 fingers in between. And we're not even been here for a minute. So normally these, we sit in them for about 5 minutes, which is a very long time. A really long time, 5 minutes. But I can show you the hip starts to release, and it comes to a point where we're tensing that can help us, and then we releasing. And this is what we often are referred to the tensegrity. What we're tensing and releasing in our body. Yeah, we allow this tension, and then we're releasing fully. The tensegrity start to happen, the fascia start to move in your body, and you go into a deeper form. Okay, now we're going to go into the left side. So I'm going to keep facing this way. So now the left foot, already into the pigeon pose. Okay, I have the one block. Take the right knee on the mat. So again, you see, this is like I said, this is like one of my, when I started doing this pigeon on this side, because my knee wasn't flexed enough, it was super agony to do it. And even though it's still my right hip open. So I started here, then gently bring the forearm down. Inhale, when you're ready, the tops of your foot, keep your little toe engaged. Shoulders, forearm down, always over your elbows. Really breathe. I'm using the block under my left buttocks, the cheek, to allow myself to sink, to open the hips lightly. And if it's really pinching, I get my left hand to my thigh to push from the hip focus away, hip socket away, then I can go into the forearm. The only thing I'm taking to the forearm, I just want you to go into back bend. There's an extension to our back when we come to this form of pigeon pose. Keep spotting your inner thigh inward, even though your toes want to go on the big toe side. So notice how my foot sits a little bit. So I'm going to remind myself to get my little toe on the mat, the tops of my right foot on the mat, and now I can feel my left hip opening and releasing. Just about 30 seconds from here. Nice inhale, nice exhale. Good, take your time. On the next few seconds, start to push into the hand. Sit up nice and tall. Take the block slightly away. Sit your right buttocks down, left buttocks down. Sweep the right leg. I'm gonna move slightly back. So the left foot hasn't changed. My right knee directly on the back of the knee on top of the left heel. And then I'm softly folding over the right leg. As you inhale, you release. As you exhale, you bring this vitality. And then gently going to come back to double pigeon pose. Your right foot right on top of the left knee. And again, notice how high my right knee is. So I'm going to stay this way. I'm going to show you this side because I don't want your back to drop. However, I'm going to show you something different. You might do it. You might stop, come back to the first one when you practice again. Now, this is like what we call is a seated form of Agni Sambhasana. There's a form of what we call supine or half supine, half back. But before doing this, this is where the blocks goes. I'm not putting it here. I'm going to put a little bit here, even though not touching my heel, but my thigh quads start to drop in there. I'm using the right elbow to sink down. So this is where we can go half supine. Not have my right hip up. And as I drop. Or you can go into full supine. I'm going to take that, slide down a little bit. If you go into full supine, just be aware, this part of the back want to lift. If you're on full supine, see how my right hip coming up? I'm pushing my right heel, keep the left heel engaged, abdominal engaged, lower back down into full supine form of Agni Sambhasana. However, you can, if you want to be upright seated without any support, I'm using the hand to lightly push away from here, and that's already, see now the block used to be here. Now the blocks can go between my heel and my right knee, and if I stay another minute, I can get my knee down. Takes a little bit of time. So always honor what's happening in your body and how you feel. So always acknowledge that. Some days I want to go supine. Some days, even though I can get deeper, I will use the blocks to support me, to help me. About 30 seconds, see how much now is open up. Soft breathing in, soft breathing out. So we only got about 10, 15 seconds from here, we're nearly there. Inhale and exhale. Now when it's come out, I'm going to help the right knee to place on the floor, then the left heel. Okay, I'm going to keep your feet as they are. I'm going to go halfway down. I'm going to start with my left leg, right forearm on the mat, pick up the left leg, little toe side. Use your forearm, but turn the palm slightly, the fingertip out this way. A little bit happy baby form on your left. Just be aware of the shoulders. Doesn't sink too much on your right side. A little bit down and up, breathe. Good. And then on the next one, we're going to come all the way on your back, palms down on your right hand, push through your left thigh muscle, down, keep the right foot, heel grounded, toes to the sky. Good, another inhale, we're going to hold it here, straighten your right leg all the way, breathing in into the happy baby form. A little bit rock, left and right. Then bring the right hand. If you take out your foot, always you can have a strap. Breathing in, push the foot with your hand and push the foot towards the hand. Then allow the shoulders to drop more. Inhale. This is really going to open this part of the leg. Careful on your left hip. Another inhale here. Beautiful. Exhale. Release. Left heel on the mat. Push on your forearm. Come up very slowly. Turn your fingertips slightly out. A happy baby form on the right knee. And breathe. Nice and slowly. On the next one, we're gonna go all the way on your back. Keep your left heel again on the mat. Left hand out. Rock a little bit side to side. And push the knee down. Extend the left leg. Draw the thigh muscle of the bone, toes to the sky on your left foot. Left hand to the big toe side. Push the knee down, push your foot against the hand, shoulders back, elbows bend. Inhale and exhale. Good. Slowly, you're gonna come to full happy baby. Bring your left knee, or left foot, sorry. Bend both knees, draw the tailbone and rock a little bit side to side and come to stillness. Spread into your toes, push the feet against the hand, pull the feet down with your hand. Stay in the stillness, breathing in, breathing out. You're going to come to Supta Baddha Konasana. Release your feet, sole of your feet together. Bring your hand into the hip flexor, press down and do the thigh. Tone the navel, so pubic won't push up, your back won't be fully flat. Press on the sole of your feet to engage your glutes and keep pushing the pubic bone upward and allow the shoulders to relax. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Then let go fully let go. Open your palms by your side, shoulders relaxed. There will be natural curve in your back. If it's too much, release your feet out, lightly. If you're okay, stay where you are. So we're going to be here for about 30 seconds and we're going to finish the practice. Nice and slowly, release all the way. Breathing in all the way. Let go of anything. The chin joint slightly. The neck is long. The palms are up. Another 15 seconds. Inhale and exhale. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And very slowly come back up, place your feet on the ground, bring your knees into your heart. Give them a gentle roll side to side. I'm going to come to Shavasana. I'm going to come to seated so I can talk to you and you can hear me fully. I want you to be in a comfortable Shavasana pose. Your eyes closed, palms facing upward, shoulders relaxed, turn the light off if you need to. And then be in that comfortable space. Notice how you feel at this moment. You know, always in Shavasana, you know, in a class I give you 5-6 minutes, which is not long enough. And really and truly, we want to be in a good 10-12 minutes Shavasana minimum. Any practice we do. Shavasana is the rewarding part, is the part where we connect truly inward to the soul and we honor the practice and how we feel in this practice. Soft inhale, soft exhale into Shavasana. Connect inward, let go anything and everything, and notice how you feel at this moment. Whatever is happening, maybe tomorrow, whatever has happened this week, you know, always acknowledge those feelings and whatever comes to you right now as a sort of distraction. Accept them and really slowly let them go. And as you allow them to let go, again, notice the sensations in your body right now, right here. Soft inhaling, always soft exhale. So in a moment or two, I'm going to close this video. I'm going to shut it down. Please stay a little bit longer in your Shavasana. Take your time after the practice. Take your time to let go fully. Take your time to connect. And namaste. Thank you so much for watching this. Remember, you have it for the duration of the membership program, and you can have it for longer, and obviously then in months. Please watch it again and again. Practice it and see the difference and how it feels for you after this practice.